Hi, everybody. By now, you must have heard that the CLAT dates have come in for the CLAT 2023, and that's going to be on the 18th of this month. Okay, sharing my screen with you so you can have a look. Okay, the CLAT 2023 exam date has been announced 18 December of this year. That brings us to the crash course that we're launching. It's a 3-month crash course, and the highlight is it's going to be a small batch size of just 20 students only. Okay, and the subjects that we'll cover are all the 5 subjects required for the CLAT exam. Now the course overview, this is to give you an idea about how it's going to be. We'll only take students who are currently in class 12, and the coaching classes will begin from September and go on up to December. Okay, you can have a look at this. We'll provide you with classes, study material, topic tests, mock tests, and so on. The course continues till December, and you will write the exam on the 18th of December, and then you'll write your boards by March and April. So if you've cleared the CLAT exam in December, your counseling will also happen, and you'll be given a provisional admission, and based on your class 12 board exam results, that admission will be confirmed. Okay, so then the course requirements are very simple. One, we require 100% attendance. It's only a 3-month program. You'll have classes daily. We expect you to show up for these classes, and therefore 100% attendance. You can make notes during the class, and you can also assess yourself using the online tests as well as mock tests, and you will be provided with online study material. This is the contact details to reach out to us by email. You can call us, and these are the timings we are available. Okay, you can go to our website for our past results, and if you have any queries, please do give us a call. We are available on WhatsApp as well at the same number. So now we'll talk about the CLAT in detail. So the CLAT date has come out, right? It's the 18th of December, and we're going to have a small discussion regarding the same. Okay, so the CLAT exam is going to be on the 18th of December. The applications have opened as of today. Okay, that's 8th of August, and it closes, the applications will close by 13th of November. So you have to send in your applications between now and 13th of November. So about 3 months, right? Almost a little more than 3 months. So this time round, they have given us the calendar of events is given, and you will see the same here. Okay, but I'd like to highlight a few things. One, the applications are, so once you go to your website, consortium of NLUs, right? Everyone knows the website address is consortium of NLU and s.ac.in. Hold on. Consortium of NLUs, okay, .ac.in. Okay, and once you go to the website, you will come to CLAT 2023. You will see the important events that they've put as a calendar of events. You have the applications opening today. In September, they'll release the first sample question set. So we can expect a sample in September, again in 14th October, and somewhere towards the end of October, we'll have a third sample set. Okay, and at the same time, from once you register for, once you pay your registration fee for the application, you will be allowed to visit the campus. An open campus visit is allowed for registered students. Okay, so you have 3 sample question sets coming out in the month of September and October. Okay, and once you finish your registration process, you will have 2 slots when you will have open campus days, which means if you want to visit the National Law School campus, say in Bangalore, say in Hyderabad, or wherever, okay, you will be given that choice for visits. Okay, you can go with your parents, you can see the campus, you can speak to the people there, as in the registrar, or they'll arrange for those things, and you will get to visit the campus. You will get to see all the facilities they have, visit the library, maybe even speak to a few seniors and so on. Okay, so I would highly recommend that you do visit the campus. And the last day for receiving applications is 13th of November, and they've given us the exam date to be 18 December 2022. Okay. Now, a few of you may have some queries regarding form filling. Okay. Now, it's quite genuine. Okay, I get questions like this on Quora. So Paradigm Law is in Quora. I will leave this link in the description below so that you can reach us. Okay, and if you have any specific queries like regarding your category, you may have certain question that you would like some information on, and so on. Okay, so whatever your queries are, do direct it to us, and rather than email or SMS, we are available on Quora, because the same question may be helpful or useful to some other students as well. Okay, so we would like to put it on a forum like Quora, where it helps a lot of people. So I've already answered these questions on Quora. You can look up the answers. My answers are pretty detailed. I'll show you a sample. So this was a query regarding the EWS certificate, right? The economically weaker section, and they wanted to know the eligibility criteria and so on. So I'd given some details. So if you have any queries, you can reach out to us. Next, Karnataka students. Okay, this is specifically for students in my state. If you have any such queries, right, where to apply for domicile certificate, where to obtain a caste certificate or an OBC certificate, right? So it could be a scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, or an OBC, and you may not be really clear on how to obtain one and how long does it take. So I'm going to explain all that now. But this is especially for Karnataka students, right? Paradigm Law is Bangalore based. We help the Karnataka students mostly. So we have, I wouldn't know about the situation, say in Maharashtra or Tamil Nadu or say Uttar Pradesh, right? But in Karnataka, there is something called as Seva Sadan. Okay, and I'll show you how to see that. So this is one query that keeps coming up since when we do the form filling, which I would like to show you. Firstly, there was a student who wanted to know if EWS quota is there in CLAT, okay, because that was not confirmed. But yes, it is a part of CLAT, okay, the economically weaker section. Definitely there is a category for them. And there is a big difference between below poverty line and economically weaker section. So we'll discuss both of this while I show you the form, the CLAT 2023 form. Okay. But before that, for our Karnataka students, I would just like to show you where to go to obtain your certificates. It could be a domicile certificate. Okay. You'll have to upload this if you're a Karnataka student, if you've studied in Karnataka. And if you need a caste-based certificate, the EWS or the BPL certificate, this is where you go. Okay, it's called Seva Sindhu. Okay, Seva Sindhu.karnataka.gov.in. So that is Seva Sindhu Okay, dot, and you write Karnataka, .gov.in. Okay, this is the official website, sevasindhu.karnataka.gov.in. Okay, you cannot walk into a Tahsildar's office without having filled your online form. Okay, even if you go there, they'll ask you to go to this website and complete the process online and then go and visit them. So what you have to do is, on the Seva Sindhu website, go to departments and services, and it will open a new tab. Once it opens the new tab, you have to go to the revenue department, and this is in the alphabetical order. So start from at the back, and page number 5 you have revenue department. Do you all see this? Yeah, I hope it's clear. Under revenue department, you will come across what is called a caste certificate. Do you see this? They have the caste certificate here. That is what you will use if you want a certificate for your scheduled caste or scheduled tribe status. If you want a domicile certificate, it is here. Okay. And if you want an income certificate, this is what is required for your EWS. So income certificate is what you should look for. Okay. So once you go there, let's say, for example, you go to the income certificate one, they'll tell you who is eligible, what supporting documents are required, what is the application fee, and most importantly, in how many days you will receive it. They've given you the procedure to apply, and there is a user manual as well. So it's very simple. Okay, the only thing is you have to go through this online portal to do it. All right, and there's also the OBC certificate. Okay, and what you need is not resident certificate. As students, what you require is called the domicile certificate. Okay, so all of that luckily is under one department, which is called the revenue department. Okay, so make sure you go here and you apply for the same. For domicile certificate, again they tell you all the details that's required. You will get it in 7 days. Okay, but don't keep it for the last. Okay, because like you, there will be many students who will be applying in Karnataka. Okay, yeah. So regarding difference between the BPL, that is below poverty line, and EWS. Okay, we'll come to that. Let's look at your form. Okay, I hope you can see this. This is the application form for the undergraduate course. The details are quite simple. You upload your recent most photograph, your recent front facing photograph. You write your name in full as shown in your 10th certificate. If you're right now in class 12, it should reflect as shown in class 10. Okay. Some of you may have dropped a initial or a middle name. Okay. So it has to match your certificates. Just keep that in mind. Date of birth, everyone knows how to fill this. Mother's name, and then your gender, father's name. Select nationality, Indian is what you will go with. Okay. Now, when you come to the reservation section, if you want to apply under the NRI reservation category, you must either be an NRI or OCI or a PIO to be eligible. Okay, and you can either say yes or no. The minute you say yes, you will also get the option for an all India category as well. Okay, then there is the option to choose NRI sponsored category, where you personally say, for example, you are not an NRI, right? But somebody who is an NRI is willing to sponsor your education, then you say yes here. Okay. As of now, I hope that's very clear. NRIs, where the student himself or herself is an NRI, OCI or PIO will say yes. If the student is not an NRI, you will, but if you're being sponsored by someone who's an NRI, then you select here yes. Okay. Next, the All India category. Again, NRI general is okay, NRI OBC, whatever it is. Okay, let's see. For example, if you said All India category general, okay, the first option is general. As soon as you choose general, you will see a pop-up has come. General, and then you get this question: do you qualify under the economically weaker category? Remember, EWS category is only for people from the general category, right? So either you say yes or no. You will say yes only if annual income in the household is less than 8 lakhs per annum. Otherwise, it will be no. Similarly, if you were to select other backward class, they will ask you this question: do you belong to the non-creamy layer? If you belong to other backward class, then you must say yes, I don't belong to a non-creamy layer. Okay, the creamy layer is the general category. Okay, so the other backward class will come under the non-creamy layer. Again, there are different categories in OBC, so you must look at the certificate issued to you and only then select yes or no option here. Okay. Coming to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, there's no other exceptional question. They will just ask you to upload a relevant certificate. In OBC as well, you have to submit a copy of the relevant certificate. Okay, so for students in Karnataka, Seva Sindhu is where you will go and apply for the certificate and upload the same. Now here, another thing I thought was important is this. Students with disability, okay, person with disability, it has to be 40% to be eligible. Okay, so if you're marking this yes, it has to be more than or equal to 40%, and then they will ask you to submit a certificate issued by a competent authority. They will also ask you if you require a scribe for the exam. Okay, so if you have a visual disability, then you will say yes, and if you require it, of course. Another question that is on this page is if you qualify under the BPL category, that is below poverty line category. Now, if it is yes or no, you will have to select. Okay. Now, below, like I explained earlier, there is a big difference between below poverty line and your EW, economically weaker section. Okay. Logically speaking, the both are regarding our economic status. Okay. But below poverty line are the poorest of the poor who are issued a food card, okay, a food certificate. I don't have a picture of it, but it's a food, it's a card that helps you avail food through the public distribution system. Okay, they get it at very subsidized rates, and the goal of the government is that at least they get subsistence from the state. Okay, so below poverty line are the poorest of the poor. Economically weaker section are poor people whose annual income is less than 8 lakhs. Now, EWS category you can avail it only if you're in the general category. If you're from scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, or the OBC, you are not eligible to apply under EWS. But if you fall under BPL, then yes, you are eligible no matter what your all India category is. General, OBC, everyone, anyone who is below poverty line can also apply that. Next, this is the main page I thought which needed some feedback. Okay, from us. Communication details is the next page, very simple. It's quite easy to fill up these details. And then coming to qualifying examination details, right? So here you will select whatever your qualifying exam is, your 12th board, what you're sitting for. And you will then select if you're appearing, that is if you're writing the exam in March next year, or you completed, right, and you passed, that will be currently who are passed. Okay, so if you've already passed, then your year of passing will be 2022. But if you're appearing, then the year of passing will be 2023. I hope that's really clear. Okay, they've even given that detail here. They've said you don't have to write anything here if you're appearing in 2023 under percentages. All right. Preference of the test center and reservation here again, whatever you filled in the first personal information, based on that, they'll ask you some more details against the colleges. Okay, certain colleges have domicile. So for example, if you applied under, say, NRI or whatever it is, then that will pop up there at that time. Okay. Another thing I wanted to highlight was two things, right? Under this consortium of NLUs.ac.in in this website, once you come to the undergraduate page, you will see eligibility, syllabus and guide, question paper format and instruction. Now, eligibility is as you are, right? There's no upper age limit, okay? And students in 10+2 or equivalent should have scored a minimum of 45% marks, okay? And this applies to everybody. So that's general, OBC, PWD, NRI, PIO, or OCI, okay? The 40% is for candidates under scheduled caste or tribe, okay? So all this is very self-explanatory. I'm sure you'll go through this in detail. What I would like to focus on is syllabus is also more or less the same. They haven't changed much. You can go through it at your leisure. Let's look at the question paper format. Maximum marks 150. Duration is 2 hours, and you have negative marking for each wrong answer. Okay, and 1 mark each for correct answer. Now, roughly the paper will be divided in this format. So maximum marks, or 25% of the marks, legal reasoning and current affairs. Okay, that makes up 50% of the paper. Okay, and the rest 50% is made up with English, logic, and quant is simply 10% of the paper. Okay, and you will see the number of questions as well. So you can start planning how you're going to approach this. Now, there is one more document here which talks about instructions to the candidate. This, I think you must take some time out and read through it. I will just highlight a few things which I found very interesting. One, the exam is offline mode, right? Then we also see that they will only take applications through the online website, right? And here they have said foreign nationals need not appear for the test. Okay, so if you don't have an Indian passport, you will not be required to write the test. Previously, this was different. Okay, now they've changed it. So then there is a e-brochure, okay, for those who are from the NRI category, and they expect you to go to the relevant NLUs websites, okay, for the same. So if you're an NRI, please do that right away, okay, so you will get all the information in place. And of course, fee structure, it varies depending on which NLU, and details of intake, reservation, and so on. All of this you may have to go through each of the NLUs that you're interested in. I know there are 22 of them, but at least make a point to visit at least one website, okay, every couple of days so that you can get through them. And yes, you must visit the website to get regular updates, okay. They always do let us know if there is an increase in seats and so on, okay. And yeah, this the application opens today and closes by 13th November, and you will have to register using your email and phone number and so on, okay. All of this you can read in detail, okay. Yes, in order to claim the benefit of reservation, no matter what reservation, you must have certificates prescribed by the government of India or state government, okay. You will be required to have this right now, as in by November, before the application closes, and at the time of admission you will have to produce it to them, okay. And the application fee and everything is mentioned, documents to be applied, everything is mentioned, okay. The application fee this year for general category is 4,000, and for the other categories 3,500, okay. You will also get old question paper and so on. So a lot of details are given here. It's on the website, okay. They've just updated it today, instructions for the undergraduate program. Please go through all this in detail and you will get a fair idea about the same. So I think that brings us to the end. Oh yes, I have another certificate I'd like to show you. This is how a income and asset certificate will be produced, right? As in you will have to show it if you belong to the EWS section. So the reason they've done this is previously for the CLAT 2022, a lot of applications got rejected because people didn't apply for certificates in time. So please do apply, okay, depending on what category you fall under. And I'll see you in my next class. Thank you.